Aries, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? My Aries. Let's see what we got going on with my Aries today, shall we? What messages do we have for my Aries? Spirit, angels, guys. What messages do we have for my Aries? What messages do you have for my Aries? For my Aries. Oh, okay. You guys are either being very creative or you're in your feelings about something. Sacrifices, confusions. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. Then you got the 7th house energy that deals with wisdom, knowledge, learning. What else? Then you have this Aquarius energy. Are you guys trying to rebel against your emotions about what you know about something? Also, the idealization of genius to experiment with balance, right? Confusion regarding the discoveries of cooperation. Like you could be confused on how you could work together with somebody, and the sacrifice resulting from the eccentricity of your partners. So it's like letting go of something or being able to sacrifice because of how different something is regarding like cooperation or with other people. I'm saying a lot of this is your emotions is being put to the side over what you know. Over what you know or what you are going to learn. A lot of fogginess and holding back of how somebody feels, but like holding on to each other. Some of y'all, I see holding on to each other. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all. What you got going on for my Aries spirit? Angels, guys, messages you got for my Aries. My Aries. What messages do you have for my Aries spirit? Okay. You've been manifesting. It's like you've been trying to find ways to make boundaries in your life regarding illusions. So it's like you've been ready to put barriers over things that you know aren't real. It's like you're ready to like build walls and like you know what the boundaries that I need is over things that just aren't real. You know, it's like your partner is not real, or you feel like there's an illusion regarding your partner that you're just like I need to like put a wall right here for a little bit. So, what we got going on with my Aries? We got going on for my Aries. What we got going on for my Aries? Aries. Okay. So somebody either came back into your life or you expected somebody to come through. It's like you manifested them. Some of you guys manifested somebody that you expected to come back around, which is weird. Boundaries against a lack of enemies. You know, it's like you just don't want no type of issues. But I feel like whatever these illusions are things that you feel like you can't handle regarding your partner. You know, the weirdness, I feel like you're putting boundaries up against like a lack of change. You know, you feel like you shouldn't have to change on certain situations. But also it's like you manifested somebody to come back into your life too, which is weird. What is this unexpected visitor doing here? What is this unexpected visitor doing here? Okay, a lot of you guys have a home situation you try not to change or whatever this is. You lack details on like a lack of enemies, but not being able to follow the leader regarding the skeletons in your closet or from this person in your past. A lack of direction regarding a lack of commitment that's moving slow and steady, right? So, for my Aries. For my Aries. Yeah, I'm sorry. clear things that you think are enemies, but they're probably not enemies. I feel like you don't want to deal with change for some reason. A lot of this is like you manifesting not being able to deal with somebody else's bullshit because of it's not being real, or like something is very much. It's like anything that you don't think is real, you putting boundaries up against it, but it's like you making that happen since like your past, or whatever this is, right? Now, I do want to say that this could be somebody that you know having skeletons in their closet, or somebody that you know having skeletons in your closet, but it's like you need to cancel that and raise your vibration or whatever that is. Cancel what you lack details on from people you think are enemies that you put boundaries up against because of like the weirdness for some of you, or it's like a lot of eccentricity is just putting you in a position where you just don't know everything, but you need to be able to clear it, right? Don't feel like you have to follow somebody's lead if you don't know if you can handle the situation for not being real, but it's like you manifested some type of knowledge regarding another person. It's like you are going to find out no matter what. So it's like you just need to be able to sit back and chill, some of you. But also, there's things that you feel like you can't follow somebody else's lead on that aren't real. And it's like you're manifesting this for yourself. So be careful if you need somebody's help and you're doing this to yourself, right? Raise your vibration and clear canceling something so that you can manifest. It's like being able to put something to the side so that you can move forward. I feel like something you feel like is in your way, move it out your way. Simple. Move it out your way. You like details on people you think are enemies or people who you think is like not for you, and just move it to the side and move forward. Move it to the side and move forward. That's all you got. You don't have to do nothing else. Move it to the side, move forward. Good. Now, spirit, angels, guys, what messages do you have for my Aries? My Aries. Okay, you couldn't have a new beginning emotion with somebody who just doesn't have their shit together regarding societal or like groups of people. But also, you guys are having your own financial situation that you're having a hard time changing the way you feel about. I feel like you guys are in this position of should you stay or should you go regarding a bad family situation with somebody who you feel like is pulling back on their funds, or they're just not really helping you out financially. I feel as though you feel like you felt unappreciated, or you couldn't talk to somebody in your past because of a lack of love, because you guys could have ended the situation or moved on from something. Not only did you move on, but you guys went back to something that you felt unloved in, and then you ended it. Some of you. But then this is a situation in which you feel like you can't make your own decisions financially, and you're trying to figure out like where you want to go in your life because you just don't feel close to somebody, or you feel like you don't have anybody around you, right? Now, this is moving into a more of a party energy in your future, just like you're working on releasing your habits and releasing things that you know are toxic for you. I feel like you guys have these habits that you're trying to build that are more good for you. You know what I'm saying? Which, if that's the case, I feel like that's a good thing for you. But just don't, whatever you're trying to do for yourself that you feel like you got to pull back your emotions on, I feel like it's just going to be a losing battle. Let's just put that out there. Be careful of trying to change your mind with what you may happen for yourself. You know? If you felt unloved in the situation because of a lack of conversation that ended something, I feel as though somebody pulled back and you're trying to decide if you still want to be with them or not. But I feel like this isn't really a committed situation for some of you, and it's like groups of people that you're working on that you just don't want to be around because of toxic. I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not mad at that at all. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Be careful because it seems like you manifesting a lot of this yourself, though, right? I feel like nobody's doing this to you; you're doing it to yourself. Some of you guys like the details on things that you feel like aren't for you. You don't have all the details. What's going on with my Aries? Spirits, angels, guys. What messages do you have for my Aries? What messages do you have for my Aries? I'm trying not to slouch. Ha! What message do you have for my Aries? Aries, spirit guys. What message do you have for my Aries? Yeah, you guys are in a very competitive mode. It's like you're having a hard time self-reflecting on like where you are in a situation. Like, is it me or is it that person? And it seems as though you don't know how to start over right now. So you're actually like you're being a little foolish in regards to not feeling like you can leave a situation when you can, simply because you overthinking like what you could have did, and you know that somebody isn't able to see where you're coming from. You know, and if that's the case, it feels like you were dealing with somebody who pulled back how they felt, and you're having a hard time having a new beginning. So you're taking your emotions and acting on those. But it's also a feeling though you don't feel supported in a certain situation because you feel foolish for whatever this is. You feel like, why the fuck would I even try again? Like, why would I keep this going? Right? It seems as though you feel stuck in some type of competitive situation that you are ready to have new ways of expressing. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to say how I feel about this or whatever this is. It feels like you are afraid of losing your independence in a certain situation. Like, you're afraid that you won't be able to do something for yourself financially or by yourself financially. And it seems as though if that's the case, everybody sees that you're a little very overly defensive, but you hoping that. So for some of you, you guys are hoping that somebody isn't dealing with somebody in a family situation. You hope that somebody just doesn't have a family for some of you, but also you're hoping that success isn't going to come that slow for some of you. Like it'll come a lot quicker if you do certain things. And it's probably not going to come that quicker. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You guys are stepping into this energy of pulling back. Some of you guys are pulling back from sex, which bothers me. There's somebody in your life, or this is you, that you feel like you haven't been working as hard as you could because you haven't had the job that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. You will just chill out. A lot of this is you have this energy of somebody finna come tell you how they feel too. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If there was somebody from your past who pulled back how they felt, I feel like somebody's gonna come through and tell you how they feel as well. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I feel like you guys are no longer waiting on any type of sexual activities, or you guys are no longer waiting on things that you feel like you should have started for like projects and stuff like that. So if that's the case, do your thing. A lot of this is you just don't see where you are in regards to like competition and like other people coming around with this aggressive and like what is your problem? Where's all this coming from? And I feel like a lot of this is you're very defensive yourself. So I feel like you don't see where you stem in all this little situation. I feel like an apology could be coming, or somebody could be expressing how they feel towards you pretty soon, especially with like this Knight of Cups. But I feel like if this is somebody that you knew, be careful like how they come across now versus how they used to come across. I feel like there's a lowering of the maturity through how they express how they felt. I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like somebody's pulling back sexually for some of you guys as well, especially with this overthinking of like what should have could have been happening in certain situations. But that's just what I'm seeing. If you like the reading, thank you for staying as long as you did. I want to thank you guys for everything that you do for me. Also, quit waiting. I feel like you guys are procrastinating. Do something. If you guys are in a situation where you feel bound, you're not as bound as you are. You're just having a hard time seeing where the other person's coming from, and you're blaming yourself for everything that you did in your past. Chill out. All right. You guys have a nice day. I'm gonna holler at you later.